What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 2 of The Controversy with your boy Uncle Fulio. And this video is sponsored by Nothing But Knicks. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell just to be notified anytime we go live or anytime some new content is available for you. What is my controversial take this week? It's actually a question. Are the Knicks overachieving? Once again, I have to let you guys know there's a lot of things that I'm going to say that you're not going to agree with. But that's why we debate, ladies and gentlemen, just so we can hear both sides of the argument. Now, the reason why I chose this topic this week is because a lot of people are saying the Knicks are they're overachieving and they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing. Well, I have a simple answer to that, ladies and gentlemen. No, the Knicks are not overachieving. In fact, the Knicks are doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. Now, let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen, because this one has me fired up. I'm fired up for this topic this week. Now, this is very, very complex. In the beginning of the season, I didn't think the Knicks had a shot to do anything well this season. And that's on me. I take full responsibility for that one. But guess what? They brought in, again, a bunch of stopgap players. Last season, if you look at the roster, it was a bunch of stopgap players from top to bottom. Even Julius Randle, his contract was only 2 to 3 years. We didn't think Julius Randle was going to be playing this well, ladies and gentlemen. And I take full responsibility for that, for not believing that this team was going to do anything. But now, look at what the Knicks are doing. And look at what they've been doing the entire season. They have a 500 record. Either a couple games above, a couple games below, but they're 500. And they've been that way for pretty much the majority of the season, if not all of it. That's not an overachieving team, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks are doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. Everything that they're supposed to be doing. Let's look at some of the players on this roster. So you got at the top, you got Julius Randle. Now, and again, we didn't think Julius Randle would be playing this well, but he is. And is it necessarily surprising? Are we lucky that Julius Randle's playing this way? No, we're not. Julius Randle was a lottery pick. He was selected that high for a reason. The Lakers obviously felt that Julius Randle at some point in his career can become an all-star. And that's what he has done, ladies and gentlemen, this season. He became an all-star. He turned his game up to the next level and became an all-star. So no, he's not overachieving. RJ Barrett last season was a rookie. Shot poorly, was very, very inefficient. Beginning of the season started off the same way, and I came on his neck, ladies and gentlemen. I came at him because we need more from RJ. What did he do? He stepped his game up and took that next step in his career. Now he's pretty much a consistent 20 points per game, 17 to 20 points per game. Consistently. So he's not overachieving. Everyone else on the roster, stopgap players, Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, Alec Burks. Look at their numbers this year. They've been doing this for the majority of their careers. Derrick Rose, he was putting these numbers up in Detroit and in Minnesota. So no, the Knicks aren't overachieving. They're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. Now, you can say if the Knicks were 10 games over 500 and up there with the Brooklyns and the Phillies and Milwaukee's of the world, that'll be overachieving. But a 500 record, that's not overachieving at all. They're doing everything that they are supposed to be doing, that David Fizdale was supposed to have them doing last season. And now Tom Thibodeau has them playing 500 basketball. Yes, the Knicks need to get better. They need to improve the roster. There's still some things that they need to fix, that they need to, fix and upgrade for next season. Point guard position, we definitely need a better 3-and-D wing. And I like the way Reggie Bullock and Alec Burks have been playing. But if we can upgrade that wing position, that 3 position, I think the sky is the limit for this team. Yes, we do need a little bit of a talent upgrade. I don't think that all those other teams in the NBA have that much of a big talent difference than the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. We have guys who aren't necessarily, we don't have guys that are necessarily stars. But we do have guys who are role players who play their roles extremely well and fit this team extremely well. And despite that fact, the Knicks are where they are. Now, if overachieving means that the Knicks are playing better than what we expected them to, fine. But we're in the middle of a season now. And now those expectations have changed, haven't they? We expect the Knicks to start beating teams. That's why we were so upset when the Knicks lost to Minnesota. They lost by 1 point. Now, many people will argue that, yes, that's the game that the Knicks are supposed to win. But we lost. It would have helped if we would have had a healthy Derrick Rose playing instead of Elfrid Payton. I think a lot of people would agree on that. But it doesn't mean the Knicks necessarily don't have talent on the roster. The Knicks have some talent on the roster that can definitely, as individuals, these guys can go to other teams, contending teams, and contribute and be a really, really big contribution to what other teams are trying to do. So must we acquiesce and think that this team is going to be bad forever? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you guys to wake up and smell the coffee. The Knicks are good. They're decent. That's why they're going to make the playoffs this year. So no, this is not an overachievement by the New York Knicks. The Knicks are doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. And once they add to this roster, they're going to be even better. So this is not an overachieving team. Tom Thibodeau is doing everything he's supposed to be doing with this team. He's been a good defensive coach for his entire career, his coaching career on the sideline. The Knicks are a good defensive team. So what about this team is so overachieving? Is it because they were 21-45 last season with a bunch of stopgap players? Are you willing to let David Fizdale off the hook because he didn't have that much talent on the roster? Look what Thibodeau is doing with this roster. So no, it is not an overachievement, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks are who they are. They're a good team. They have some really good young players that, once again, I will put up against any group of young players in the NBA, any one of them, collectively. RJ, Mitch, and Emmanuel Quickley, I will put up against any young trio of players in the NBA. Without question. Now, Emmanuel Quickley is not the point. It's not going to be a point guard, in my opinion. I don't see Emmanuel Quickley as a point guard, but he is extremely talented. R.J. Barrett is talented. Mitchell Robinson is talented. The question is, well, are these guys going to, be around in the near future? Mitchell Robinson's talking about, there's a lot of talk about him going to other places. Unrestricted or restricted free agency. But if these guys can just keep it up and keep going and keep developing, heck, Julius Randle's still developing. The Knicks are going places, ladies and gentlemen. So no, they are not overachieving. They're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. And we'll see the Knicks in the playoffs this year because of it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was my controversial take for this segment, episode 2 of The Controversy. Make sure you like and subscribe to Nothing But Knicks. And please, leave your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Are the Knicks overachieving or not? Last season's out the window. This is a new season. So let's just stick with it and see where the Knicks finish this year. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I look forward to coming to you on the next episode of The Controversy. Peace.